Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome to, I'm gonna say part 1 of the Honkai Star Rail 3.3 quest stream. Pardon me while I take a sip of water. I guess it's not really water, I don't know. Anyway. My name is Xynthia, and yeah, I'm just gonna hop right into it probably. I don't really have much to talk about, other than I do have a video coming out in like 20 minutes. It's like a 20-minute video talking about my polls for Castris and Anaxa. So if you're interested in that, you can watch that. Or maybe you watch that and then you come to my stream after noticing I'm live when you see the video come out. Anyway, so excited to learn more about what's going to happen next. Right now, I do have Star Rail open, so I can just hop right into it. But I don't know if there's really much else to say. Looks like Stream Elements is working, and my mic is working. It's on. It's functioning as it should be. I'm going to be so paranoid about that now, ever since it happened during that Genshin one, so. But yeah, I should be good to go. I'll just hop right into it, I guess. Let me change over the overlay to Star Rail. Stream Elements is working, which means, oh boy. There we go. The chat bot is actually working for once. I feel like sometimes it doesn't work, but anyway. And then also, there might be some stuttering going on when it comes to like the image quality. That's just a thing with my internet. I can't really control it. I wish I could. And yes, we are in this like by the, I don't remember what this is called, Galactic Baseballer event. I've been doing that. Since I haven't been playing the story quest, I've been working on event stuff to get stellar trades, so yep. Okay. So let me, okay. I think I've done the login already. The Fall at Dawn's Rise. I was gonna say, I was going to put the name of the quest in the description, or like the title, but I couldn't remember what the name of the quest was. Oh yeah. Haven't done my dailies. But I did do farming late last night. Like, it was pretty late last night when I was farming, so I haven't, my Trailblaze power hasn't fully restored yet, so I'm going to just do the quest. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to get away from this real quick. As fun as that music is, it's time to lock in. And this is my unofficial Anaxa team. It's not really. I feel like this team changes based on what I need. So if I need like fire, I just put Jiaoqiu, and if I need ice, I put Pela in. I've been building Ronmei recently, so hopefully like she'll be good for whatever teams I put her in. Maybe not specifically this one, but other ones. Okay, so I think I need to start out by checking my notifications. Yes, okay, Castris. Miss Xynthia, if you are receiving this message, then you must have already departed the Netherrealm. I now feel that our farewell was far too rushed. It was only after you left that I remembered I still had something to tell you. I crocheted a little doll for you, Xynthia, but I didn't manage to finish stuffing it with milk cotton before I left. I also tried to recreate the express as a cloth pendant based on your description. I tucked it inside a photo album. When decorated with dried flowers, it looked truly one of a kind. I had hoped that when you reach the end of the flame chase and stand witness to the birth of a new world, these items might bring you a trace of warmth, but in the end, I didn't even manage to give them to you in time. To ensure the new world's warmth, I will forever remain within the Sea of Flowers to watch over lost souls, and if fate allows us to meet again, remember our promise. I can't tell if this is supposed to be, like, the messages we get from her because if you obtained her, like I did, or if this is supposed to be quest related. So I was just like, I'll hold off on responding to her until I start the quest. Deal. Oh. Okay, no, it was one of the daily things. It had nothing to do with. Okay, so I need to go to Amphorius Vortex of Genesis. So let's head over there. My Lynx is still level 70. I should probably put a different healer in this team if I end up using it. But I also might low-key just end up using my Mighty team for questing because it's so strong.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Oh boy. can tell my Wi-Fi is struggling. Apparently there's another chest in here somewhere that I haven't obtained. Okay. We're going over here. Collect your thoughts. Thanatos' and Circe's core flames have been returned. Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on? Sometime after that, the 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the vortex of Genesis. They embody the 12 Amphorian deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now, 10 among them have fallen, their core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellation shimmer, their brilliance echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife. The Lance of Fear you once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife until your valor? What kind of word is that? Until your valor brought it to an end. Sorry, I'm just like adjusting some stuff down here. My mic cord is super long, so it kind of, if I let my legs hang, I'm just like kicking the cord, and I kind of hate that, but there's not much I can do about it, so. Until your valor brow it to an end. Oops, that's a typo. It should be brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Midamos, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the Holy City. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. Time. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted Mem and you at Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively... Sorry, it says back then twice. I think that's the point, but it kind of threw me off. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops, and now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trian. Stop with the see you tomorrow. It's so sad. Makes me sad. Reason. You know what doesn't make me sad is an excess parting. Just kidding. It did make me sad. But also, he's such an interesting person. We'll just put it that way. He's so unique and one of a kind. Love him. Anyway, reason? Not long ago, the head of the Grove sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still not long past, the unruly scholars staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason, at edge of existence, have you found your answer? Okay, we didn't even mention his name. I guess he has no name. Okay. Death. The prophecy once made the Hand of Shadow choose 2, granting one the fate of death, yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death who journeyed from the nether realm to the living world, from the nether realm to the living world, chose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the west wind, we shall meet again, Casterus. And then, what a long journey it's been. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder, how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then let it begin. Countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You need only to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Oh. Don't be influenced by the noise outside. Just focus on the key word in your mind. Wait, I found the chest. It's in the background. It is difficult indeed, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance at your phone, it won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. It's fine. It's fine. Gray Mystery. Last time in Styxia, 0 time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now the River of Souls mostly retreated. I'm back, baby. In the water, a big shiny chest. I can't use the miracle orb and I can't wade through. Your power of time is needed. Now. 30-70 split. 30 for you and 70 for me? She's probably like, no. Exactly, 30 for you and 70 for me. Huh? Pfft. Details, schmeetails. Get here and we'll talk. Okay, I guess she needs me for something. You must admit, even during this arduous and struggling low point, there are still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless, surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Scale Gorge Waterscape. Forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with Catgirl. Hopefully those glittering, clinking trinkets will as always lift your spirits. Catgirl. We're just like loading over. Oh, okay. I wanted to open the chest.
Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful, and the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
I don't know. I miss Castris too. Now's not the time to feel down, though.
You're right. We promised Cass that we continue the flame chase journey, so we can't let her worry. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh?
What's that sound?
I don't know. This aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh no. Okay, well, let's go. We're so quick, we're so fast. Look at us go.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful. It's a piece of black cloth.
Oh, from like the... what's his name? The, Flame Reaver?
Now, where have I seen this before?
Whatever we call him. Yeah, it's the Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here? Mummy! Look out!
Oh no. He's here already. I wasn't prepared. Mem, get ready.
Wait! We both know what this thing can do. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
Okay.
The River of Souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
Ew, he thinks that souls taste good? Ew, nasty. Yeah, what? Is he hungry? Maybe I just cook him some fish.
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Oh, he's meowing. Okay.
Meow?
What's happening? The Flame Reaver's gone mad. The end.
We already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
No, he's just meowing. Ooh, ooh. Why'd I say that? Now he's laughing. Bro, are you good? Oh. Oh. Oh, it was just Cypher. I was like, what the heck?
I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
This Cypher must be fake too. Run!
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one.
Really, are
Come
you?
on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
So you're playing both good cop and bad cop.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Oh no, the Flame Reaver.
We thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie.
She's a manipulator.
Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
You have a lot of them, ma'am. Oh, what did I say?
I sure love your Eric.
I said, nice. Now I know your secret.
Sure. Mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate?
Sure, yes, teleslate. That's what it's called. It's Finan, our boy. Xynthia, did you rest well? I came during lucid hour, and you seemed asleep, so I didn't wake you up. But in current circumstances, I can't stay idle. Feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the Grove, shall we? He wants to go to the Grove.
Are you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the Grove.
Why do you need so much money anyway? Gonna go live handsomely somewhere after this?
Live handsomely? You mean spend all this money? That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
Petty change. But is the change... does change mean, like, money? Or does it mean, like, a change in a person's life, a change in the world, like that kind of change?
But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And
that's her way of avoiding the prophecy.
When I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right. Isn't that simple?
Isn't it just the act of desiring so much kind of greedy, though?
So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
Okay, if you say so. What are we doing? A few days later, at the crash site in the Abyss of Fate. Oh. A few days later?
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Don Hong.
So Don Hong led Lygus to the site of the crash? He's still not voiced. I was kind of hoping, like, maybe he is, but I understand. It's not always what we want. I'm surprised a counselor like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akamon. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
True. I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Emphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly.
If they must say it that way.
Of the 12
I would say
titans of
Aquila. That's how I'm
Emphorius,
used to saying
Aquila
that word.
is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 titans whose core flames have yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every
It's
citizen.
Aquila and
It's clear that
Kefili,
Lady
right?
Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the flame chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
also, why are Don Hung and Lygus here? Like, for how did this end up this way? By all means, please proceed, but be careful. The Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Hopefully. Lygus carefully scans the damaged propulsion system and then methodically began inspecting its components. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully
say
endowed
so?
our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this
I don't know why it
damaged
doesn't
car
seem
to
that
its former
plausible.
glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Emphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment,
How? How could you do that?
consider ceasing your support for the flame chase journey?
Oh, he wants us to stop supporting the Flame Chaser. But why? I don't understand. Does the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord.
No,
All you
I think I
do
will.
is
That's weird.
I can make it happen.
I am wondering if the Flame Chase journey is actually, like, the right thing. Like, I've kind of wondered that since the beginning. Considering all that we know, but, like, him being like, actually, we can circumvent their... whatever, their divine punishment. That's kind of weird. Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Like yours? Like, we want to get home, but... Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I guess it's only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me.
He's
Just as expected.
suspicious. Especially since he, like, saw the Herda at the end. Like, when Herda, I don't know, like, looked into Emphorius at the end, she wasn't, like, really there, right? She was, like, projecting herself there. But, like, Lygus saw her, which makes me think Lygus might be an emanator of erudition, or, like, all the Antikytherians are. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, and there are more people here. Huh? Are these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them.
Oh, really?
I am neutral.
Is that so? Neutral, huh?
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Uh-huh, and you're gonna threaten me to get it, huh? Poor Don Hong. Baby, no, we have to save you. 1 against 4, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
Not. As I said, I remain neutral.
He's like, alright, so be it. Turns into a dragon, kills them all. The end.
Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
Like, we have no reason to stop helping them, I feel like. You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chased Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Indeed, because we're trailblazers. Da-da-da-da. Like, whatever music you want to put there. When I asked if you'd help, I meant the ones who need help are them. Oh yeah, get their butts hung. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany, we can't do anything. We're just going from one place to the other. The Flame Reaver. Why is the Flame Reaver back? They keep jumping in there with one thing to the other.
You have such overwhelming powers. Why? Answer me. Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
You're getting quite the answer out of it.
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore. Drag him back here, friend.
Oh, are we like resetting him? Is he doing like training or something? I thought he was like actually fighting the Titan,
Are you okay?
the Flame Reaver.
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
Always keeping me on edge. If I had passed out, that would have been it.
Well, that's why I made sure and rested on the road. Thanks for the help.
What a sweetie.
To face
For
Aquila
sure.
and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is like a form of training. Like we send him into the past or something to fight the Flame Reaver and then bring him back when he can't hold out anymore.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like
No.
the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Oh. Weight training, huh?
It's a good thing Gartonis is the finest blacksmith in Amphorius. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh no.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you.
I'm just concerned about all of them. They're all gonna die, I think.
Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
He's becoming obsessed.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak.
Bro's got, like, trauma that he needs to get over. Not saying that needs to happen in an instant, but maybe they all just need therapy. I think that would help.
Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
Well, that's good. You've really grown, but you can't beat them yet. We'll be here by your side.
You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends.
Power of friendship, moment. Don't worry.
Every time
I think it's a good option.
So serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Library
That's what I've
trip
been looking
to the
forward
library,
to.
as
We deserve to enjoy ourselves
a young man
after
once
all
said.
the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to.
What were you reading before?
A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
Oh, so is Mem a girl?
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here.
And Mem might be into some freaky
The
stuff.
three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Really? Dawn of the Living Dead. Oh. That's really fun and interesting and cool and whatnot. Return to where the express car went down. Yeah, and then Don Hung's gonna... Well... Okay, it said... They were acting like... Okay, Lycus was acting like he was gonna take him down, but then Don Hung was like, call an ambulance. But not for me!
Here. I'm off to have some fun. It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Alright. Oh, what's an axe
All
doing?
things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Oh, okay. Then you go over here. On what we're gonna read today. Over the past few months, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You're quite relieved that Don Hung isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading tastes. Nice. The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks! It seems that the scholars of the Grove, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So which reading material will you peruse? Let's see what we got. We have Forbidden Love, the Tree and the Butterfly. Wait, isn't that like a reference to Greek mythology? Like Apollo and... Is it Apollo and Daphne? Where she turns into a tree? I don't think he turns into a butterfly, but I think she turns into a tree as a way to, like, escape him. It's kind of a... I mean, as all mythology is when it comes to, the gods pursuing mortals. Kind of a little unnerving, like, the gods need to chill and stop doing that. My professor can't possibly be this shy. And then One Punch God, Aquila. Isn't this a reference to that, like, my little sister can't be this cute or something? Oh my gosh. Let's read... Oh wait, can I read them all? Okay, let's just go from the top to the bottom. She wandered through the flower sea, searching for a glimpse of those fluttering butterfly wings, but without success. Sarah, I've heard that every flower has its own floriography. Generally speaking, that perception is correct. She heard the voice but couldn't see the speaker, yet Cersei's paid it no mind. She calmly responded to her most special student while scanning her surroundings. What is your floriography? I'm afraid I'm not a flower, but a tree. Evidently, the answer failed to satisfy the other party. A sound mingled with dissatisfaction and disappointment reached her ears, prompting her to add another remark. Well, if we're just speaking metaphorically, I suppose I would be intelligence. However, her objective was nearly accomplished. It should be around here somewhere. Now she just needed to find some bait to draw her out. Intellectual, yet also romantic? Perhaps. It's because I hibernate? You see, in my long dreams, I've made promises to countless lovers. Really? The butterfly-winged girl suddenly rose from the thicket before Cersei's, startling her slightly. After all, at this moment, the distance between them was virtually non-existent. Gazing directly at Nestia's face, allowing the light reflecting from her lips to pass through her eyes, a hint of crimson flashed across Cersei's face, almost imperceptible to onlookers. Of course, her composure wavered only for a moment. Then Cersei wrapped her arms around the girl's waist, and as if pulling up a radish from the ground, gently lifted her from the flower thicket. Of course not. Caught you now. Placing her on the ground, the giant tree's incarnation gently stroked the butterfly wings with the edge of her leaves, confirming the other's normal state before slowly withdrawing. So now, will you tell me, why have you been avoiding me? Would you two please refrain from frolicking in my Antilla garden? Or Antilla, or however it's pronounced. A cold voice unseasonably interrupted their thoughts. Indeed, for the garden's master, the incarnation of death, such lively atmosphere was truly something akin to a natural enemy. Sorry, we'll leave at once. Thank you for listening to my troubles, Madame Thanatos. Sarah, let's return to the grove. Sorry, Than, for troubling you. Honestly, you two are, alas, but Cersei's, You must be aware by now, right? A bitter sensation spread in her mouth once more. Cersei's remained silent, merely nodding as she bid farewell to her old friend. On the way back to the grove, Nestia remained completely silent. After one unsuccessful attempt to question her, Cersei's struggled to find another opportunity to speak and simply focused on the path ahead. Voices of gossip reached them, causing irritation. A genius? So what? She's just so terrifying. A stern figure approached rapidly. It was Blank, the source of the irritation. Nestia offered Cersei a smile, then turned and walked away. Blank cast a sharp glance in the direction of the butterfly-winged girl's departure, then shifted his gaze back to Cersei's. First came perfunctory reports and spiritless small talk, then escalation to arguments that resembled personal attacks. Do you truly understand? I don't need to. Let me be direct, Cersei's. To romance a student, even your own creation, don't you find that perverse? Pow! This was the first time the embodiment of reason allowed emotions to govern her mind. The sensation left on her palm felt as if it would scorch through the heart of the tree. From nearby came the sound of running footsteps, familiar yet somehow strange. Cersei wanted to give chase immediately, but the words echoing in her ears tripped her steps. She was indeed somewhat distracted, allowing the girl's image to surface and fade in her mind repeatedly. When her resolve crystallized, the third curtain fall hour had slipped by. The personification of the giant tree approached the gilded chrysalis, cried her beloved's name, then stilled as if she had frozen. Traces left by the butterfly-winged girl who dwelled there were all but erased. Upon the foliate desk lay words, a maiden's first and final love letter. I love you, Cersei's. I've already received the graduation gift after all, so forget me. Kinda sad. But also kinda weird, as Greek mythology tends to be. That's it? Nothing else? This love story abruptly ends at its worst moment, when the author lost the motivation. Whether the author lost motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remains unknown. If it were the latter, the Flame Reaper is fully responsible. Okay, now we have my professor can't possibly be this shy. Sorry I'm late. I used the power of Cognos Bloom to climb over the vines, rushing to the classroom and nervously pulling open the door, only to make eye contact with the person I had an appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against the stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar's robe gleamed brightly in the dim light of the Evernight, giving off an almost divine aura. The first class, and already late. Looks like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, this was our first one-on-one lesson, and I just totally blew it from the start. Probably even Cersei's would have felt embarrassed looking at such a sorry scene. Luckily, I'd already come up with a plan. Sorry, Professor, I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything? Well, please, I hope you'll be lenient. At these words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then, I want you to teach me. What, Professor? I want you to break down the points in this paper, word by word, and explain them to me slowly. Although there was no mirror here, I could guess that my face had turned red from the sudden indirect request. But, Professor, I'm still just a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? Humph. I finally worked up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste the lesson I prepared? You fool. At least wait until after class. If that's what you prefer, then fine, but don't forget, I still haven't forgiven you, so what should we study first today? Why don't we peruse this academic journal? I think they recently published a paper on the patterns of natural numbers. Sounds good. Come on, let's have a look. The research paper was immensely valuable, but I couldn't even grasp the basic arguments. I was too deeply engrossed in the professor's sharp gaze. Sorry, this is making me laugh. He looked so rational when he was immersed in numbers. Nothing less than I'd expect from the professor I cherished so much. After that, we experienced an enriching lesson. We wandered through the classical literature exhibition, eagerly absorbing the new compiled Titan faith studies. Finally, we lingered in the dreams woven by the latest works of the... I can say it, don't worry. Erythrocheramism School. Nailed it. So much so that we completely forgot. The bell signaling the curtainfall hour rang, and we looked at each other. Class was over. More than once, I had resented time for its seemingly linear flow, yet I remained powerless to interfere with it. The professor looked at me and paused a moment, as if making up some kind of decision, then muttered, "Take out your paper. I'll help you revise it." Really? You mean it? Yes, you are a student I take great pride in. I've been considering this for some time. Professor, let me understand your thoughts, your research, your everything. No further words were needed. Two seekers of knowledge, driven by instinct, began their deep exploration of ideas. At that moment, we had yet to realize that after this lesson, another name would appear in the acknowledgments of the paper. And in the end, this would be the very spark that led to the founding of our academic symposium. Nice, I guess. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express. Welt. Phone. What? For a young Stellaron host, this type of literature remains too far ahead of its time. It was so... It felt like it was gonna be, like, romantic, and then it wasn't. It was just weird the whole time. Okay, now we have one more. One Punch God, Aquila. ... Brushing off the dust that had settled on him, he adjusted his attire and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in a tense standoff. Heh, you think you're something special just because you defeated the silent Georios? Mortal, heed my advice. Or did they say Georios? It should be Georios, right? Because I don't think they say J with G-E in Greek. Anyway, I'll just say Georios just to... because it makes him sound gay if I say Georios. Mortal, heed my advice. The God King remained silent, gazing into Aquila's 1,000 eyes. Slowly, he raised his right arm, 4 fingers pressed together, and with a simple motion, he lightly waved at the colossal being before him. Why can't I read today? I can't read. Arrogant fool, you will pay the price for your insolence. Aquila's fury erupted, their towering form radiating intense heat. In an instant, their massive wings vibrated at an imperceptible speed. 1,000 razor-sharp feathers shot forth like swords, hurtling straight toward the God King. As everyone knows, the feathers of the Sky Titan can pierce through iron and steel, let alone mortal flesh. Their sheer density left no room to evade. The violent storm of lethal blades closed in, and time itself seemed to freeze. Aquila enhanced their reflexes, predicting the movements of this arrogant little thief before them. Noticing the God King shifting his stance, Aquila mused. He had only 2 choices. He could push off the ground to evade the left or right, or stand firm and brace for impact. But either way, it would be futile. The feathered blades would shift with the wind, altering their trajectory. No matter how swift his movements, they would follow him relentlessly. But who could have predicted the God King never intended to dodge? He pushed toward instead, seizing the first incoming feather blade between 2 fingers. With a swift turn, he carved a spiral through the air and hurled it back at supersonic speed. This is fun. It's just a reading stream, but it's fun. The feather blade curved with the wind, piercing deep into the storm. Without the slightest deviation, it collided tip to tip with another razor-sharp feather. Ding! The deflected feather veered to the sides upon impact, colliding with others and further altering their trajectories. Ding! The sharp clashing of feathers rang out in an irregular rhythm. A chain of reaction unfolding until the force of the final feather was dissipated, scattering harmlessly into the air. With just a single seized feather, the God King had nullified the entire storm of blade-like wings. Aquila was shocked. How could a mere mortal possess such divine skill? Yet, as a being of godly essence, they did not allow themselves to be shaken. Seizing the moment as the scattered feathers clouded their vision, they swiftly brought down their claws, sharp as steel great swords, aiming to end the battle in a single decisive strike. Boom! The massive claw struck dead center where the God King stood, the sheer force of impact carving a deep crater into the ground. No, something felt off. Aquila's mind raced. This sensation was strange. Had it missed? Or they focused their gaze, only to witness the impossible. Their enormous razor-sharp claw, many times larger than the God King himself, was caught, held effortlessly in a single hand, as if the God King were merely grasping a piece of cutlery. The countless white feathers drifting through the air painted an eerie contrast against the battlefield's deadly stillness. The once mighty and untouchable giant eagle found itself frozen in shock. For the first time in 1,000 years, muttering in disbelief, they said, "Impossible! Even Georios, when fighting me, could do nothing but evade beneath my iron claws. Yet you, what in the world are you?" "Haven't you already figured out the answer? A mere mortal. Nothing more." "You cocky little..." Aquila attempted to retract their claw, but under the God King's grip, it was as if frozen in place. Completely immobile, their expression darkened. Seeing this, the God King smiled. He clenched the fingers of his free hand, and then, at a speed even Titan's vision could not perceive, with full force he swung his fist. Boom! In an instant, the divine body shattered. A tidal wave of force shook the heavens, sending tremors through the divine, steel-forged walls, cracking them in multiple places. The sacred temple teetered on the brink of collapse. From this moment on, the celestial realm would exist no more. The people of Emphorius would no longer endure the tyranny of the heavens, and all of this was made possible by the God King's mighty blows. No, by a single punch. The distant Titan gods sensed the fall of their comrade and erupted into furious howls. Was there no one who could stop him? How could his advance ever be shaken? What they did not realize was that even one as mighty as the God King was still bound by the desires of mortals. Just as before, the battle began. He once again adjusted his attire. "Congratulations, you have reached your end, Aquila. You are strong enough to be worthy of the name of the Titan." What? That's not what that said. Strong enough to be worthy of the name Sky Titan. The crumbling stone walls behind him, and strode toward the temple's exit. His steps were steady, yet the disappointment on his face was unmistakable. "But your only flaw was failing to make this satisfying for me." Next episode, Battling Nikidor. Next issue on hiatus. Love that. Invigorating literature. Your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you are the author's one-punch god incarnate. Sky Titan Aquila? That's nothing. Alright, let's stop here.
I wonder what Finan and Mem are reading.
Right, I remember hearing that, well, the Trailblazers voice actors got either replaced permanently or just for this, like, section where haven't been talking. It was kind of unclear to me if they're permanently replaced or if these people are just filling in while they're not voice acting, working, whatever. No hate toward anyone, of course. I understand the people refusing to work and I understand the need to have voice actors in your voice acted game, so. But it's nice to hear her talk, regardless.
Let's take a closer look.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this voice was better. Mem's over here, probably reading her freaky book. I'm just gonna say I think she reads freaky stuff. That's what it sounded like to me.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on greens, a poor time for fishing.
Oh, I guess she's not reading something freaky.
Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emphorius these days?
Are you into fishing?
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
I thought she was talking about, or they. Mem, I guess, is a they. What's Mem looking at? Oh, well, I want to go see what Finan's looking at first, because I don't know. I don't know what he's into.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Just curious what you're reading.
You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it.
He doesn't read freaky stuff. Sorry.
Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to make a fortune.
Oh, so he wants money.
You didn't know.
What did I say? Didn't know you were into this.
After all this time we've known each other. That pains me.
Really?
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaya became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth.
So he wants to know how to be. Yeah, he wants to know how to be wealthy.
That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talk too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Oh, integrity and wealth? And, oh, no, skill. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, we should go see what Mem's looking at again. Bad student, you don't pass. I'm gonna shoot you. Okay. I had a thought, but I'm not gonna say it because it's really, really bad. Anyway.
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
Why do they want to memorize something? Use them flexibly, don't just memorize. What are you looking at?
Ah! What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
What's Mem looking at? I like how that next one's like exclamation points.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Amphorius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
He's just a curious guy.
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock.
I see.
But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it.
Oh.
I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysia, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
It should be approached with a critical eye.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You've really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Of course. Aw.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child.
No. Sweet.
Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Is that why the boons in the Divergent universe all look like cards? It was all a setup from the beginning. It was all pointing back to it.
Oh, wow!
Oh, and like
So exquisite! I'd love to have a card like
it's like
that.
connected to the ones that we do when we're making the story. I forget what it's called, but then gotta create talking. Then gotta craft a mem specific deck.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orynyx posed to us?
What's that? What's hiding? Ooh,
Who's there?
yeah, that's what I'm asking. We kind of said it in the same tone. It's kind of funny. Oh, these people.
You are...
Nice cosplay.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood.
These are the people that tried to fight Don Hung, but Don Hung said, call an ambulance, but not for me.
Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finam, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Who are they?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finam. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this
I see.
historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The
Wow,
Citizens
okay,
Assembly has
he's
once
not
again
impressed.
legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
Lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
They're having an argument, right? Like in the area that belongs to Cersei's.
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
If it's a fight you want, let's get on with it. Enough chit-chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves.
Have they captured Don Hung? Surely not.
Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull.
Don't tell them that.
Still enough to slice off your tongues.
He's relentless. He's showing them no mercy. And then Hyacinth and Treeby are here.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. You like it here too, little Ka.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty.
Is it that, or the fact, are you starting to just forget things as you get, you know, as you get younger, you know, that whole thing?
Now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end.
Celios, the Day Thunder Knight. Interesting.
After, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Celiosi the Day Thunder Knight
Celiosi,
were
my bad.
welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories.
Huh.
But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treeby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side.
Awe-inspiring is certainly a phrase for little Ika.
That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing.
I think it needs to grow, like, up, not out. I'm just gonna be honest, you know. Krateros?
Lord Predaros?
Miss Hyacinth and Lady Treeby, good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Krateros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
Wow, why are people getting violent?
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aki.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the
I
opportunity.
see. I mean, it feels like some of them are just like losing their strength as they keep
The
going.
Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
Probably because of the Citizens' Assembly.
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treeby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble! Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on? Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya!
What?
It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
Oh no. What happened? Moments ago in Marmorial Palace. They're not making us walk between scenes. That's kind of interesting.
I still remember.
This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver.
Oh, the cleaners came for her too.
I guess. You're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Oh, is she working? So she and Lygus might be working with the cleaners? Lygus said he was neutral, but I kind of don't believe him.
Aglaya, Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence.
Ooh, get her. Get her, Aglaya.
Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Oh, wow. Quite the words.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
Okay, and you have the right to do so?
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish.
So what's the plan?
The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
The citizens?
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade.
And now they're threatening the lives of the people. It's like, if you think that's... You would assume that wouldn't work if you really thought she was heartless.
If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Exactly.
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akama has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
Yeah. Well, maybe Aglaya has a reason for doing what she's doing, even if it means she's loosening up her control.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless, because your evil is beyond cure.
But now we know that all the thefts that were happening that Krateros talked about were planned by Kindness and the cleaners, which is... Guys, you're not solving any problems, you're creating more.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
Oh, there was a cleaner there during that part. I remember that.
That
Sometimes I
girl
forget things,
who
but I
can't
remember that.
speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too?
Oh my gosh, you're rude, cruel
you
lady.
know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if
I kind of forget Aglaia is blind because there's no way to like.
Had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaia you are today?
I just feel like there's no like way to definitively tell that she's blind. They're like, your eyes, and I'm like, they just look like eyes. I guess this color means she's blind though. I don't know.
Look
Maybe
at those
not, but
broken, pleading
that's
eyes.
not.
How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning.
But like saying, isn't that like a logical fallacy of saying like, if circumstances were different, would you have still had success? I don't remember if it is a logical fallacy. I just feel like it is. You're appealing to like a parallel universe or something.
If this
I don't
plan
know.
fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
No thanks. I just want to. How about I kill you?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go.
What?
I should be grateful. Grateful that
I'm
I've
getting a
reached
feeling
this
she's gonna
moment.
throw herself off.
To let my departure become a path for others to follow.
She gonna jump?
Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now and sink into the warmth of these waters,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're all gonna die. Like, all the Chrysosers are gonna die. And then we're gonna get the answers we're looking for.
will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cypher?
Why is she asking Cypher? So what happened? I'm like, where everyone is having... Oh, okay. A millennium ago at Memorial Market. I don't have time for a millennium ago.
Stress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Back when Cypher was a little girl.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
And probably back when Aglaia was not, like, kind of the leader of them all.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tier of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago.
Oh,
This
burned
workshop
to
is
ashes.
what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Okay, Cypher. Not the time or the place. I don't know.
Mind your manners, kitty.
It's like when you go like, when you say, I love my family, and then someone goes like, I wish I had a family. Like, okay, thanks a lot.
Tell me, Cypher, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square.
She stole them.
What? Do you doubt me?
In a bet. Is a bet really, you know...
Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face, but my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? the scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Interesting.
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine, if you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh yeah, I think didn't Cypher mention in like the last patch that the clothes she wore were from Aglaya?
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Like her clothes are from Aglaya? I think
Look.
so.
Come a bit closer.
Oh, boots.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power.
Really? Do
Legend
they?
has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
That's funny.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
That's funny. Spirit Thief Bartholos.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by Aglaya.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know.
Satisfied.
Those are the shoes she wears.
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
She's like,
You're
huh?
defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Oh, I'm sure you would be.
Good
That's
thing you stuck out a
sarcasm,
sharp
by the
tongue,
way.
Or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is. Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Ah, yes, sniffing. My favorite sound effect. Oh, she's purring now. That's not a very good purr. I feel like you can do better than that.
This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful, just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead? Listen closely. Do you hear that?
80-20. She always gives
The
herself
River
quite the
of
advantage.
Souls are growling with hunger. 80-20 it is. How generous you are, boss lady Cypher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
The water. Of course she hates the water.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
But she's a, you know, a cat, so naturally she doesn't like the water.
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that?
Also, by the way, my cat, well, she doesn't really necessarily like getting wet, but she loves, like, when we turn on the faucet for her. And she, like, stick her head in it sometimes. On accident, but...
I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, boss lady.
Are we actually gonna do questing stuff now?
Not a good imitation.
Not a good
I'll play
imitation.
along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Oh, so this isn't the real Bartolos. Cypher knows at least that much. Let's see what Bartolos is up to. Leap to triumph.
Something. Not a chance.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna go take care of a couple of chore stuff real quick and come back with some coffee because it's getting that time for me about now. So I'm going to mute my mic, and then I will be right back. So sorry if people tune in and there's nothing going on. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm back. I will not be back in a few minutes now because I am back. I just need to put in my earbuds and I'll continue. Got my cup of coffee right here. Iced coffee. Well, it's not heated up. It's like leftovers from this morning, but it's cold, so good stuff. Okay.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
I can handle it, but I'm the traveler, or the trailblazer.
Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Right.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Really?
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
But yeah, how can Bartolos use the device if it's supposed to be some sort of minion of Zagreus?
The scent of gold coins, gems, and... it's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that, pink squirrel.
Ah, I'm guessing we used our powers to help fish up some of this stuff from the past.
Yes. Right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Bartolos activated excavation mode. Unearthing the treasure buried deep underground.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly.
That's funny.
Oh, safer. You truly have the most refined taste of all thieves and employees.
But we still don't know what's going on with this Bartolos because Cypher was saying... Nope. Oh, Bartolos should have been able to see through that if it was really a disciple. Like a... What is Bartolos really? Some sort of follower of Zagreus or creation of Zagreus, I don't know.
Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
Okay, maybe. Maybe it doesn't do it necessarily.
How could I have forgotten about this? It's true, and a lie becomes reality. And ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cypher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing.
We're gonna go this way.
Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course. Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
What?
Once activated, this thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles.
What is this, huh?
Just so stupid.
Well, I know what this does, but...
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing? Hey! If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
But lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words.
It's funny. That's silly. Okay, keep hunting for the next trove. It's right here, or it's at least this way. And then we're going this way.
Here we go round the river of souls.
Sustenance anchor activated. Hmm.
Ah, what are you even singing?
Oh gosh.
There's a big
Oh.
guy guarding this place.
Don't worry, I can take him down. Dang it, it's not working! What? What do you mean? This... I feel like a gun should be pretty effective. I don't know. Okay.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so
What
ugly?
face?
So ugly.
I don't think it doesn't really have a face.
A little imp without a digestive system. Feel nauseous.
If
Oh.
that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
That would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is a sensible choice.
But we're not going to.
How about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Ah. Oh, never mind. We're gonna fight it. Don't worry, we got this. I feel like I should use it different.
Turn up the heat.
Guys.
Troublesome.
Sink into insanity.
Okay, and we'll
The
use
show has begun.
with this.
Divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things.
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Straight to the soul. Sink into insanity.
Haha, we got this. Easy peasy. Is this? Okay. It's like I feel like I should use her healing ability right now. I mean, she heals pretty well considering she's level 70 and her relics kind of suck, and I haven't built her properly at all. Oh.
Massage. I'm honored by your presence, since you're already...
JoJo's in like all of my teams, it's not even funny.
Why not have a meeting?
It's mainly because he's E1, so he's like a lot very easy to use, I feel like. I mean, easier even if he's really easy to use, but...
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar.
Oh,
Sink
so
into
frail. Bro's using a gun! Okay, we got it. Poor Lynx almost
Ugly and
was...
useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring.
Lynx was kinda getting close to being on life support
Hey.
there, but...
Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are. Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Boss Lady Cypher.
Bartolos activated excavation mode, unearthing the treasure buried deep underground. To you too.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see.
I do like that
What is
even...
this?
Like, the when you open treasure chests in Emphorius, they do kind of do that noise. But I like that it doesn't even in, like, cutscenes. It's like, I don't know if it's still supposed to make that sound. Oh. The Journal of a Styxian Refugee. Month of balanced day blank. 3 more neighboring households moved away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before, already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway to our residence. The priests insist it's merely seasonal high tide, and that will soon recede, but having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I've never witnessed water levels like this. Leandro from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported that the seawater had become unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadows, not human in form, yet possessing distinct outlines. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. Month of Balance Day blank. The city's feasts have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebrations that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Onzo family's banquet last night, I witnessed two normally well-mannered women treading grapes barefoot, emitting strange laughter, and then directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. They claim to be mimicking Fagusa's ritual ceremonies, though I've never heard of such an absurd form of worship. Prices at the market have risen by 30%. The honey brew merchant reports that the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The yeast culture is mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater collected directly from the harbor can they produce proper wine. That's interesting. Fortunately, our Doris remains lucid and has wisely advised us to minimize our consumption of the city's water and wine. Month of Everday, day blank. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by an instrument, but seemed to rise from the ocean depths. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were telling of an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess in the water performing and wanted to get closer. Kind of sounds like a siren, you know? Like a siren's call. The priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that they're acting from fear rather than a genuine desire to protect us. Month of Everday, day blank. Today I met Nora, the cloth merchant at the market. She revealed that the situation in her district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Fagusa's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite their best efforts, the priests cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange cracks have appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, forming patterns or script that no one can decipher. Decipher. Cipher. Nora also shared a peculiar rumor. Some claim to have seen in their dreams a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told dreamers that Styxia would soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice would be saved. Some city residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician, despite the priest's determined efforts to suppress such rumors. Month of Freedom, day blank. Ugh, just a sec. I need to, pop my neck. Okay. Ugh. We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater has reached the highest watermark at the dock, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless revelry. Our family and the neighboring Milone household. Milon, maybe? I don't know. Household have decided to journey to Akama together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extends there, and the tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock exit. We prayed to Fagusa for safe passage. Month of Freedom, day blank. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, the Milon family's youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resembled an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment, though we all know there's little hope to be found there. This morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From a distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water, as if they were merely illusions. Month of Weaving, day blank. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater in Styxia had begun displaying strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. Those who remained in the city have begun undergoing bizarre transformations. Blank, 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 blank. Okay. Alright. I think there's one more blank in there. Blank. Even more disturbing is that at night, the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some gigantic amniotic embrace. They say this is Fagusa's punishment, but I can't help wondering, is this the Titan's wrath or some power even greater than the Titans at work? We've decided to continue northward to Akama. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named Blank, who can supposedly appease Fagusa's wrath, but these are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. I wonder if that person is Hylicens, from, what we've seen in Divergent Universe. I think she's supposed to be Fagusa's, heir. Chrysos heir. We common folk can only rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Month of Weaving, day blank. Tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in Fugusa's temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displays a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produces a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing upon the sea surface, sorrowfully playing a melody that no one could understand. Which I'm guessing is also Hylicens? Maybe? Hylicens, maybe? It might be pronounced Hylicens. I don't know. Hylicens? No, I think they've been saying I for wise, so... I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one can hear the sorrows of Styxians. One who can hear the sorrows of Styxians, then we must embark on this uncertain journey. Please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Akama is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my homeland, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be seen. Only distorted masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level, resembling foam heaped by waves before dawn dissolving one by one to gradually reveal its cold and true nature. So obviously, like, the journal of someone who lived in Styxia and had to flee because of the black tide, I'm guessing. And then, like, but all this crazy stuff seemed to happen before then, like water levels rising, the water being weird, and taking on different colors and like thicknesses and toughness. Yeah, so, and people going, sounds like people getting fevers and going crazy. So
This was tragic. Do you think they made it to Akama?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akama. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh.
pretty much the only person we know
Does
of is
seem unfair,
Castrus, and that was
doesn't
a long time ago.
Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Did she?
Huh? Did I?
Did she?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Fuzzy, like a cat.
Oh, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
I mean, she's been alive for a long time.
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
Maybe she did.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
The how ridiculous was so deep. She actually has good range, you know. It's just, I can hear like the act she puts on as Cypher. Like, there's like this facade of like confidence and having no care in the world.
Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xanthia?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Handy, handle, haha.
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, you know.
Can the spirit thief just, can Bartolos just activate the hand remotely? That's funny.
Hand of Zagreus. My darling. Activate.
Oh, it's darling. Interesting. Okay, we should descend. Oh. Oh, I don't think I can descend anymore. We can still punch it, so we're good. Lunch.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next room!
Hey, slow down! That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest?
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
No, but he literally asked if she had heard anything interesting while she was, like, serving the priests of Kefali.
Oh. Is that so?
Suspicious?
Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
She's like, fine, I won't pressure, but... yeah. Very suspicious. She's like, I won't... Okay. I'm going to go heal up a little bit first. Cool. Actually, I think while I'm at it, just real quickly, I'm gonna change this team and put... Oh, I could put Cypher in for story purposes. That's fun. Don't really feel I need to do that. I'm just gonna put Lorcha in the team instead. Just for... Since Lorcha is my best.
Twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Okay. But my Lorcha is probably my best Abundance character. Oh my gosh. Really?
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame.
Thanks, Cypher. Beautiful. She's sniffing again.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed. If even boss lady said so, I cannot be excited.
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Bartolos activated excavation mode, uncovering something hidden beneath the earth. Oh, it's the whatever it's called. Golden Scapegoat, yes.
A golden scapegoat. Interesting. Looks like whoever
Scapegoat.
buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking
Sheeple.
this gets us
Wake up,
treasure.
sheeple.
Here. This honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
So now I have to do it? Okay, well, that's fine. I'm pretty good at these. I think. Just a sec. Okay. After 3 attempts, your past self will become an enemy. Okay. Easy. Claim treasure.
Told you, nothing can stop me. Cypher, it's your turn now.
She's still suspicious of this Bartolos, quote unquote.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you. Don't move.
Oh, what'd she do?
My poor old back.
Oh, there was a bug. Sorry, there was a bug.
Don't say anything unnecessary.
It's like when you like slap someone on the face or whatever, on the back, and they're like, ow, and you're like, oh, sorry, there's a spider.
That seamstress.
Oh.
She's listening.
This is, I mean, it is golden. I was wondering if it was Aglaya's work.
Boss, do you mean
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
But is Aglaia still, you know, alive? Because she said, well, okay. We don't know what happened, but we just heard some incident happened at the baths. And we didn't get to see the outcome of it. So I'm wondering if this is concurrent to those events. What's going on?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph. Naturally,
I love how the beetles are nymphs. Like, Oni Kabuto?
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaia. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cypher.
What is she apologizing for? She was asking Cypher something to herself when she was at the baths, and I was like, what?
I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong. Replaying every moment
This
over
seems
and over.
weird.
But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face. Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it. 1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
What was that?
Hyceans.
Hyceans.
So this time, I must say this to you. Even if it's all in vain.
The Chrysos heir for Fagusa, who is dead already.
The Chrysos heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
But does she care?
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cypher.
What's happening?
Goodbye, Aglaia.
I'm like sad. I feel like Aglaia is like dead or something now.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As the demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Ah, that's when. Is that when she put the nymph on him?
Could it have been back then? When...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted.
Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa! That's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide!
Creepy.
Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Huh. Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that.
Interesting.
I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
I think my cat is meowing at my door. What the heck?
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaia wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaia. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
Is Bartola Zagreus this whole time?
Terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive.
Interesting.
To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Ah, so the Bartolos thing is actually
Even if it weren't
Zagreus.
for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
Silly
You
little,
may
silly
have been
little
reduced to
titan.
this, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
Really?
You're back again, so...
Cyphera, your face.
Aw.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise. You're bleeding golden blood. Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars. Cyphera. Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief. Con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera.
She never really wanted to be Chrysosaur, did she?
I'll give you clues.
Or she doesn't think she's worthy of it.
Warm you up and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
Seems like they have a very special bond, but like, it's hard to see that at the same time.
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
Like, Aglaia was very compassionate towards Cypher. And always has been, it seems. But there's this level of they don't feel like they can trust each other still. Because Cypher's a liar and a thief, and Aglaya is always like spying on people.
You're weird. Seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar. But honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart.
A little cliche, but yeah, no, I understand what the point is.
Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me.
Because she can't
Stay
tell
here
when
with
she's lying or telling the truth with the golden
You
thread.
have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow.
But Cypher doesn't feel like she's worthy of that level of compassion, I think, is part of it. Like, she wants to be loved and needed, but she also can't bring herself to believe she deserves that.
All right, let's make it a deal. You have one day to change.
And she's
your
like,
mind.
I've been a liar all my life. How can
Once
anyone
the
ever
action
trust
hour
me?
passes,
No one
there's
should
no
trust me.
turning back.
I don't deserve trust. Okay, we're going back to Trailblazer's POV. Oh, well, back to Don Hung's specifically. These folks in black are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
Or the strategy you chose for them. An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heirs. I've read some chilling accounts, stories of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness.
The 27th? So kindness is one of these cleaners, always has been sort of deal, you know. And their hatred, what is it? He said? It's of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred to live on. So kindness just keeps implanting memories into other kindnesses. Or it's like maybe the first kindness had a daughter and implanted her memories into her. That kindness had a daughter, implanted the memories into her, sort of thing. Wow.
Objectively,
The 25th bomb from Tower of God.
Inevitable and necessary. Yet their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
He says he's neutral, but then he's like, their rise was inevitable and necessary. For some reason, people don't like them. And still they endure, an organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the Era Nova the Chrysos heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos.
I mean, Zagreus would, because Zagreus loves chaos.
To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder where Xynthia is now. If they're targeting me, she definitely won't escape their notice either. Notice either. I hope all is well. Oh, Krateros is here. Is that Lord Krateros?
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate.
Where... No, oh, we're with... Trailblazer is with Finan and Mem at the Grove of Epiphany, also being confronted by cleaners.
You pests
I was like,
crawling in
where
the shadows,
am I?
back off.
Where's Trailblazer?
Your plot ends here. You've played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead. And in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
Yeah, she did die. Okay, okay, she did die. Okay, what? What happened? What, she died? Okay. What? We've been fighting these guys off. We're professional fighters.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
The 27th kindness.
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
He's relentless.
Misinterpreting mercy
don't
for
forget.
weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Fight me. Bro, you sound so cool. Or bro, you sound kind of scary. I want to say, bro, you sound so cool.
Finan is seriously upset.
Get out of here.
Oh, my game lagged a
Don't
little
show
bit.
your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finan. We're not here to start a fight.
Low-key would pull for Finan just because he's my bro. He's a homie.
We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else.
What? Oh, because like Don Hung's getting cornered, Aglaya's getting cornered. They're trying to make sure we're all separated.
While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time.
And kill Aglaya.
So, Lord Finan, until next time.
Are they just gonna leave the companions? Like, are they just gonna...
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
But they were after the Chrysosairs. Do they think they have a chance?
Probably
They must.
a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase journey.
They must think they have an angle, though, or like a chance if they're doing this. They probably wouldn't act unless they felt like they had a chance
If the
to
conspiracy is exposed,
beat us.
they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide.
Oh,
Teleslate.
We're getting texts. Ooh, yeah. Urgent. Global announcement. Due to force majeure, whatever, the World Wound Web operations will be temporarily suspended. Please stay calm and remain in your homes. What's going on? Whitelist protocol. Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lady Goldweaver deceased. Please return to the Holy City at once. I know it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. On my way. Just like the Lady Goldweaver deceased. They're like just that. It's so like startling. I'm like upset. I'm gonna cry.
Aglaya, is this blasted? Those guys.
Like, I didn't even love Aglaya that much, but like she was kind of a constant through the story, so like knowing she's dead is kind of like, oh. It must be a lie. Was it those guys' doing?
But how could they possibly? Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
I kind of wonder if she, chose to off herself in the midst of being cornered instead of letting them kill her, but I don't know.
Fainan, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
He'll kill them all! he's
Cartonis.
an interest. Oh. Bug. She's a bug.
You're forging a sword for Fainan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya, in this form you come to me. It means...
She's dead.
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered.
Physical
My
form.
journey as
So
a
her
human
spirit
in this
lives on.
world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent.
Interesting.
This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you...
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one.
That's sad.
The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about.
Really? We'll just be really
This parting
sad,
gift
but
should help
fine.
ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Oh, you think so?
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
Interesting.
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament.
Interesting.
It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Somehow.
Selfless until the end.
Wondering how that will help, though.
Envy that child too. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease.
All these, like,
Grand
separate
craftsman.
goodbyes are kind of sad to watch. No.
Please, take me through the lost tempering that fate has to offer.
So he's gonna extract her divinity and put it into an ornament that we might be able to use later, but how? I wonder. I'm just sad.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
I'm wondering how this will all end. Oh, oops.
I can't imagine how she could have been taken down by a handful of assassins.
Let me see what Shirley was taken by the cleaners. Okay. Sometimes I accidentally click a dialogue option and just don't realize it.
Unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message.
Surely. But she might not know anything either.
Let's go find her.
Because she also said, because Aglaya said she... Oh, I'm back to this team. Let's see, how long have I been going? 218? Alright, I can go through a couple more dialogue options, I suppose. Because Aglaya was saying she didn't have time to give us all goodbyes one by one, so I wonder if she doesn't feel like she's had time to explain herself fully. So maybe no one knows what she's really doing.
Don Hung came back before us.
Don Hung, my boy, my friend,
Maybe
my
he's
dude.
heard something.
Hey, friend. Ah, you're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope.
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Kratos, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment.
Like no one?
Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her.
But it's so good.
She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
Why didn't they go after us?
I also don't understand. This doesn't add up. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Don Hung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate.
How do we know about what happened to Don Hung in the Abyss? Did we learn that?
They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaia. Perhaps.
Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Tribby, as she understands Aglaia's mind the best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Kratos.
We all sound so sad. We're all so sad. Like, it's just such a heavy, like, okay, everyone's just dying, I guess. Like,
The baths are empty.
no citizen feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news. Yeah, I imagine not. Let's go check on the situation. I'm sad. Here are the guards. I'm just trying to get up. So, excuse me. Ugh, my game's lagging just a bit. That's what happens when I have, like, when I'm streaming and have a Honkai open and a webpage open and... Okay, there's Hyacinth.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We heard from Kratos. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are the two of them holding up?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaia's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings, declaring her death, was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor.
He sounds so sad. Find it. It's okay, my
fine.
buddy, my friend, my bro.
Don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives.
Just gotta say, Finden's voice actor does such a good job at conveying his emotions. Props to them. They do an amazing job.
You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay.
Will we? I don't know, man.
See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
It's so sad. Like, Midamos is just fighting somewhere, and we're all like grieving the loss of Aglaya. Like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Castris is just hanging out in the Nether Realm. I'm not gonna quote the Minecraft movie on that one. Okay, let's go talk to Treeby and Treenan. We've just lost so many people, and we're probably just gonna lose more.
Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treeby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself.
No one seemed to see this coming, so
We were always by
it's hard on
Aggie's
everyone.
side throughout this long journey. So we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey. Yet, she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
Yeah. Because we're all gonna die before the end.
I know what
Yippee.
Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right.
And I'm guessing this is the
I
right
think
time?
Now's the right time.
We'll do our best. Okay. Nameless recollection. Hey, I don't think I want to do that right now. Kind of a bad moment. Optional, review the memory remnant. What is this? Oh. What's this? Aggie. So, you really don't have have to take the medicine anymore? No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now the time is up. Now is the best time for my exit. Sob, sniffle, no! Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear? Aggie! Go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you. I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. Teacher, I have faced too many challenges in my lifetime, but in the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years. It's beauty, isn't it? Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty. Aggie, do you think Snowy is ready? 1,000 years ago, when I took up the core flame of Nestia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born into this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Finan, he will understand. He will grasp the duty I've left to him. He is mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred. I'm so sad! Guys, okay, we can deactivate this now. I don't want to be sad anymore. Well, I'm gonna still be sad. I'm gonna read the scroll and be sad. Okay, let's read this scroll. As a scholar, I should do my duty and read.
My humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair.
I like how they have this, like, her narrating it on the side.
Accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. he had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate.
A severed golden thread.
He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways. But my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city.
Which probably didn't make her sound as credible as it should have.
You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time
She
was
provoked
running
people
short.
rather than made them understand.
The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human, realizing that my humanity was fading.
She's a daughter of her mother.
I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness.
Meaning?
Terrified of their heads being cut off
The
by
cleaners.
golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately.
Those shadows are really
to make
going
those
in the
serpents
background.
lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze
Okay, so
soaring into the sky.
What was her
might sow
little thing
fear
to fight
and
back? How did she fight
confusion.
back?
But I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Akima still has you to guide them, Finan.
I don't know if he feels ready to
You're not
lead in this
perfect,
state.
Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally.
She's glazing him.
That
Sorry.
might be
It's probably
what sets our stars
kind of
rather carefully apart
an
from
opportune
other
time to say that.
deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love.
Does remind me of a couple of religions, I will say.
Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Emphorius, the gate to Emphorius's future.
And how so, I wonder?
Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
I just feel sad, though. I just feel sad. Can we just cry for a
Lila,
moment?
How could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands?
Don't worry, my bro. You're so worthy. I just call him bro. I'm just gonna call him bro now. I'm like literally tearing up, by the way. It's not sad. I swear. It's fine. We're fine. We're good.
Can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns
What's he gonna say?
about the Holy
What's he
City's
gonna say?
future and the flame chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
The seeds of hope. Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Why is Trailblazer looking over to the side? Oh, it's Cartoonist. Did he find him? Cartoonist has arrived. Does he have the weapon, the divine weapon for him?
What brings you to Marmoreal Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartoonist?
How are you holding up? I wanted to see.
Aw, he's a nice guy.
Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right. Your assessment is... Now, here. Take this.
The sword! The divine sword! He asked for
Completed it.
Dawnmaker.
Dawnmaker.
The name I've chosen for it.
What an appropriate name for it.
Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Aw.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable.
It has the naming
You've never seen that
name
black-clad sword
of
master.
like a character's signature weapon
You've
in
recreated this
Fire Emblem.
so
That's what it reminds me of.
precisely, just from what I described.
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will...
You know, because it's the light of a new dawn, you know? We're moving... They're trying to move Amphorius into this new era, a dawn. And then it also has light. The light within the darkness. Dawn.
Wield it.
It makes sense.
May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartoonist. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
Ah, this is what Aglaya wanted us to have.
Stored here. The remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
It's the last thing we have of her.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little.
Should have asked Anaxa before he died.
In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side.
Aww.
May this world never have need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago, but when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now.
He's probably talking about
leading
Cyrene.
from the front,
Or Cyrene,
rallying
however they want to say it.
against their
Cyrene?
destiny.
Cyrene sounds best in my opinion. Or Cyrene, but...
She would surely smile.
I'm just sad and depressed and having a great time. All at the same time. Surely.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver?
There's so much unrest.
Lord Finan is here.
Oh, is he... Are we already at this part? I thought we were gonna have to, like, wait for him to make his...
to lead Akama?
his speech, but maybe he'll just give it now. Speech, speech, speech. You got this, buddy, my bro.
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heirs' flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy.
He's starting out with a nice anecdote. This is how you start a thesis.
I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide. To strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
What will they do now, you know? Now it's Finance' turn to lead.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver? Find the murderer! Make them pay!
These people like her, but not everyone does.
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed.
Why did his mouth move like that? Sorry. Rude. Rude, I shouldn't point that out, but...
The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease.
Yeah.
Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts.
It's a good speech.
From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves
He's appealing to
will stand between us
pathos
and the abyss.
Is that emotion, or is it? I think ethos is like ethics. Logos is like the law. I think pathos is like passion, feelings.
Finon has a way with words.
Be quiet. There's something special about a man of letters.
Indeed.
The flame chase journey is nearing its end. With only one titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akama will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Yeah, better people, woohoo!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept.
There's really nothing
the
I can
challenge.
say about that. He said it.
You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the Holy City for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker.
That's not what that says. That's his dressmaster, you silly Billy.
Sorry. Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
No. Let's all remember Aglaya, everybody. Because I know a lot of people, I've like read a lot of people like who play the game don't love Aglaya, but I'm like, I feel like at the end of the day, you can't deny that she was doing all this for the better of Akama, for the better of people, you know, for the good of Akama and the people in it. And like Amphorius as a whole. Nice.
That singing sounds so familiar.
Aww. Oh, guys. I can't. I'm so sad. I'm gonna just quickly take a screenshot though, because it's such a nice image. Like all the dead people. I'm tearing up.
That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety, your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so
I feel like Castros isn't really dead though. She just decided to stay in that other realm, which is
just as kind.
which you can argue is kind of the same thing, but I don't think she was really dead. But like, what?
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
No.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong.
I like how they'll like give us these moments of happiness, and every once in a while they'll just sprinkle in like, remember all these people who have died? And then you're like, okay, well now I'm depressed.
See you, Snowy.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Oh, Anaxa.
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Same, bro. Oh wait, Trian's gone from the image. Ah! Okay, I'm okay. It's fine.
Some things never
It's fine.
change.
It's cool.
In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
Like, I'm assuming that will happen, that like once we get to the end of all of this, Amphorius will be reborn, and then all these Chrysos heirs will come back to life, but in the moment it's still sad.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa.
And he's gone now. Castris.
Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like.
Aww, how sweet.
Dangerous.
Dangerous?
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
You're allowed to be happy and have friends, Castris. Don't beat yourself up.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies.
Aww.
Despite everything, Thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteros.
Now it's Aglaya's turn. I'm making it through. I haven't cried yet. I've only teared up, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else?
Does she have any other teachings for him,
Even
maybe?
in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
Even in it, so it's all his imagination. But it's still sweet and really sad.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world.
And, you know, him along with it.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Okay, now that they're all gone, can I say that Finan looks very beautiful in this art? Thank you and goodbye.
Did you forget me?
It makes me laugh. Mighty's like, hey, pushing his way through.
Forget you. Like I'd ever.
But Mighty isn't really dead, right? He keeps getting reborn because he doesn't actually die. I wanted to be like, his boyfriend, I don't like talking about ships though, really,
ways
so.
Forever. You're
It's
just
fine.
off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
He's like, I'm here too.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
Yep, he was the only one who ever called him that. When Cyrene, I don't remember how they said it, was saying, I hope this world will never need a deliverer or whatever. Mighty's like, anyway, deliverer.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan.
But he knows where to stab him. He knows his weakness, you know.
See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightymouse.
Hello? I know they said that before, and it's like a restatement of something they said before, but it's so funny. You got, I know what you are.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet, is it?
That kind of sounds like Mem.
Yes, Cyrene.
Cyrene, that's how they're saying it.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
Like the cadence of speech and intonation sounds a lot like Mem, which is interesting. They're both pink.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people. Tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments.
Chat, I think I want to pull for Finan now. Dang it! I was saying like I don't need
the same
him.
Person I used to be.
But I might need him now. Just to make him feel loved.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
It's fine. It's fine. Later at Dawncloud. Days later, sorry, what?
Dawncloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here. All the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
She's not talking in that really excitable tone that to me sounds like a facade. Like she sounds serious right now. Flashing
Cypher,
back again.
Seamstress. Tell me,
Does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Aw.
Of course it has.
Aglaia was probably one of the first people
I
to
heard
genuinely
there's a
trust
gem
her
of
and care
all
for her.
worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it. Well, please,
Let me guess, Cypherer. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you?
Again, I know what you are, but this time it's a thief. What the freak?
And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Her end goal is admirable.
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face. Plain as day.
Is that why Aglaia says she has a beautiful face? Because she can see the compassion on it? My heart.
Don't lie to yourself.
Genuine bonds of friendship and love?
Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cypher?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power.
You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. Or even what people call a hero.
But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I
wow.
can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceans! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects.
Pop off voice acting moment.
But...
Made me believe it.
But I still want to be... worthy... of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cypher. I know.
Aww.
You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair.
Oh, someone who validated her
to be
feelings and
even worse
thoughts.
than everyone else's.
Maybe when no one else did.
To walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery. Even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaia, I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. And that everyone is simple. And kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
She just wants people to be nice to each other. Probably so she doesn't, or they don't have to experience the same things she has.
Lies will always be lies, Cypher.
In the end, you can't force anyone to believe anything.
But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Interesting.
Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you.
But just a smidge. Just a little
I had
bit.
a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have been fair for him to do so.
I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
The super old-timer.
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase. And the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one.
He's doing a little smirk. What's he thinking of?
But they didn't get everybody.
Oh.
To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the cleaners.
Or, you know, as Lygus put it, the 27th Kynus.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs.
But if he can get it first, then, you know, we're set to go.
We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
Oh, so if they're going out to get Aquila, you know, campaign against Aquila, then the cleaners can try and get Kefali's core flame behind their backs, is his
You
thought.
think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request.
I think it's interesting that this whole time the spirit thief Bartolos has just been Zagreus in disguise, like
core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh.
You know, lying is what she does best.
Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to no bat on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cipher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And
Really?
This is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Because all the Chrysos heirs are here, probably?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that
The way she's like, way. That was fun.
and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight. With the city's defenses in shambles.
Probably will strike, as well as the cleaners. That's fun. Yeah, let's leave Cypher alone to deal with all of that. She'll do great.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame.
That's fine.
A big favor after this.
He'll give her all his money. Yeah, fine, you can steal my wallet when this is all done.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh.
That's fun.
No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Sure thing. We're switching to Hyacinth's POV. Bro, I been streaming long enough, they just won't stop. Hopefully we'll be done soon, though. And then we can move on, or then I can stop the stream.
I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad.
Aw. Poor Hyacinth.
But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all.
Doot doot.
I know, little Ika.
I could do that sound, but it would probably make my mic go crazy.
When we all study together.
Maybe if I sit away from the mic. Yeah, I got it.
But there's an even more important mission.
Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore.
Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence.
Oh. Indeed. Okay. So now we're in Hyacinth's POV, Rebirth of Fallen Feathers. But I feel like, let me look at the... Yeah, I've been streaming for 3 hours. I meant to be done by like 2 hours 30, 2 hours 45. Use the Hand of Zagreus' punch action to attack yourself. Did I accidentally do that? That's funny. Mourn the perishing of a great mortal. Listen to Finan's speech. They call her immortal, not immortal, not a god, just immortal. Okay, well, we will stop there for now. I think I'll be streaming again tomorrow, probably around the same time. I just kind of stream whenever I'm done eating lunch, and then go until as long as I need. I don't know how long this quest is. If it's as long as the other ones, I'll probably need 3 or 4 parts in order to get through the whole thing, so... Unfortunately, I work on Saturday, so I won't be able to stream Saturday, and then my Sundays are pretty busy, so... Monday would probably be the next time I could stream after tomorrow. And then I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, so... Anyway, with all that out of the way, I will be done for now. If you tuned in and you enjoyed anything you saw or heard, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, and I will catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye for now.